Hello, everybody. Greetings to all. Welcome to the Snooker Hall podcast. I'm Dan Murren, and I'm recording this episode live in Brentwood because I am at the final weekend of the English Open. I'm recording this entire episode on my phone. I'm recording this intro on Sunday morning. I spoke to a few fans last night after the semi-finals. There were two one-sided matches, if we're being completely ruthless, but there was some good snooker on show. There were no century breaks, but good snooker nonetheless. Later on today, when I get to the Brentwood Centre, I'll try and speak to a few snooker fans in and outside the arena, see what their predictions are for the final. Later on, between sessions, and before the second session breaks off, I'll try and get some reaction on how the first session unfolds, how people like the arena in general, the atmosphere, the concessions, the seating, things like that. A prediction on the predictions. If last night is anything to go by from the people I spoke to, Neil is the favourite among fans to lift the trophy. Not in terms of popularity, but I think most people think Neil will win. I got to say, yeah, I do agree. Neil has looked really good at times this week, and his experience could well see him over the line. It could be the determining factor. I don't think this will be a walk in the park, though. He won his semi-final 6-0. To win a ranking event semi-final 6-0 is no mean feat, and he was in a punishing mood yesterday. Ishpreet Singh Chadha, he let the occasion was too much for him. I think he was nervous. He was passive. He didn't perform to his best. I think Wu Yiza could make this a very, very interesting final, but it takes two to tango. Let's hope we get a cracker. Anyway, as promised, without further ado, let's hear what some snooker fans have to say before the final begins. I'm with a couple of snooker fans.
Hey,
Who are
James.
James and Eric. What do you think for tomorrow?
I think for tomorrow, Neil Robertson's going to win.
Okay.
And what's it out tomorrow? There's still 11?
First to 9, I think.
First to 9. All right, okay. 9-4.
9-4.
Yeah, it's
pretty one-sided. What do you think, Eric?
Well, as an Australian, I've got to back Neil in as well.
It's a 9-0 to Neil.
I'll go a little bit more convincing. Let's say 9-2.
9-2? Okay.
I think Wu showed enough this morning to say get a couple of frames, but there seemed to be a noticeable difference in quality.
What did you think of Neil's performance tonight?
Towards the end, very good. Yeah, back up to almost back up to like what he could have been. Really, old Neil Robertson would have just won that in one. Instead, he had to win it in two, or ish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think other opponents in the last few years have just taken their chances and then come back and beaten him. Whereas today, he got a few chances.
Mm-hmm. I saw Chris Wakeling's reaction, that last red, that long red, after he thought it was safe. Chris Wakeling's reaction it told the whole story. For God's sake.
Yeah.
It was, but that was kind of what's given Neil a lot of advantage over the years. So, 9-2, 9-4.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I'm saying 9-5, 9-6. I think experience is going to be a massive factor tomorrow, I think.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and I guess at his age as well, he's probably going to go in with the mindset of got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So,
it's kind of a free hit for him, I would say.
He'll have plenty of opportunities in the future.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thanks for your time.
Appreciate
it.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm here with
Andrew Wilkerson.
Andrew. What do you think of Neil's performance tonight?
It was fantastic. Brilliant.
Back to his best or not quite?
He's getting there. He's getting there, yeah.
Wu Yiza, Neil tomorrow. What's your prediction?
I think Neil would. I think he's going for it. I think he will win tomorrow.
Convincingly, or is it going to be a close one?
I think it's going to be convincingly to win because he's done good here tonight. So I reckon tomorrow he'll come back and he'll bring back that A game that he's got and carry on and win it, I think.
And you want Neil to win, or you want Wu Yiza to win? You want to see a new name on the trophy, or you want to see the legend?
I want to see Neil win it. Yes, I want to see Neil win it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Be good. Yeah.
Let's hope we enjoyed the match.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm inside the Brentwood Centre with
Matt and Reece.
What do you think of the venue so far?
Yeah, the venue's great. We've been here for other tournaments before.
It's really good, yeah. And your predictions for today?
It's got to be Robertson, I think. Probably
9-4.
Yeah, probably 9-4, 9-3. So that's a pretty convincing win. I think will be the big factor that determines the victor today. I think it's the start, really, isn't it? If he gets off to a good start, Robertson, then could steamroller Wu. But if Wu gets, if he makes a century early on,
Settles down,
it
yeah.
settles down.
I think Robertson's experience will probably help him in the scenario. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think experience could be a key factor today. Do you, highest break prediction to a specific number? Oh.
I'm an optimist. Let's go. There'll be a maximum. Why not? Why not?
Optimism, I like it.
1-3-5 for once.
Okay. That's pretty good. Hope you enjoy the match.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, who am I here with?
Danny.
Danny and
Another Danny.
another Danny. Dan as well.
There we go.
Great
Great
name.
Who do you think's going to win?
Robertson.
Robertson?
Yeah, Robertson.
Yeah. Convincing win, or is it going to be a close one?
Convincing.
I reckon it's going to start off tight. They're going to be a bit nervy, but then Robertson's going to take the leads. Fourth or fifth frame. Start pulling away.
So you think it's going to be Tommy and score? Right now, on the spot, pressure.
On the spot.
Should we say whitewash?
It's a good shout. Wait, how many frames yet? 9 again. Winner
First to 9.
first to 9. I reckon it's going to be 9-5 Robinson.
9-4.
9-4. One number, high break match.
1-4-7.
147. That's people are saying max a lot today. Yeah.
I put a bet on a 147, but I reckon a 1-3-2.
3-2. Okay. And you've been inside already?
No, not yet.
We'll go to beer, but then we've got to go into it.
Okay. Have you been in so far this week? Or?
No, first
Okay.
time.
So I can't
Saves
ask
it for the final.
Can't ask you about the teas. Okay. Thanks for your time, Trent.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the match. So outside the Brentwood Centre, it's 5 minutes till cue off. I'm here with John and James. Straight up, who's going to win?
Robertson.
Robertson. It's a pretty popular opinion today.
Yeah.
Are we thinking it's going to be a close one, or do you think Williams could run him close?
Close. 10-8, I reckon.
I'll go 10-7.
Okay. And if you had to name one number, what's your high break prediction for the match?
1-4-1.
4-1.
122.
Okay. Yeah, the most popular choice so far is 147. It'll be nice.
It'd be nice to see that.
And you've been inside so far. You've got your wristband to see.
Yeah.
We're in. What do you think of the venue so far?
Yeah, good. I mean, swimming pool humidity, I'd happily forgotten all about that.
Yep.
So we've come out for a bit of air.
Yeah, we left her in there to get the beers. We've got out a bit in there, but no, it's it's good in there. Yeah, cool.
Right. Hope you enjoy the match. Thanks for your time, Chits. The first session is just finished. We're outside the Brentwood Centre, and I am with
Phil.
and
JC. Yeah,
what do you think of the first session?
pretty competitive, to be fair. 7-1. Very difficult for him to get back. Missing some easy pots. Getting in and out of balls and not making much use of what he's doing. So pretty comprehensive.
Took him a long while. 7.
I think so. Yeah, you're looking nervous.
Yeah, looked really nervous.
The occasion where I got to him, 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
So it's
He's
pretty-
still good talent today. He seems like
he can pot a long ball. He pots some really nice long balls there. But just getting in amongst balls since breakfield, I think got 48, 47 was the highest field. And then that was it. And then Neil punished him. So
yeah. He's getting punished every time he makes a mistake, basically. So.
I think the irony is that it could be 8-0, but it could be
Oh,
4
yeah.
if he was playing well.
Yeah.
against Ronnie, like he did against Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
So if you play against that sort of performance this, and then it'll be a different story, I feel. So. But once you miss the pots, against a good player, you're going to lose.
I think the experience will do him good.
I think so. Yeah.
I think you want to watch out for in the future.
I hope so. Nice to have a couple of young players coming through. Final score prediction. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. Any friends today?
That's a 9.
I'd like to see with at least another 2 frames, maybe. So just to give them some, momentum going forward. So,
9-1 would be harsh.
yeah, I think.
It wouldn't reflect
I
really.
think
He's played well this week. He doesn't deserve to lose.
No, doesn't have to lose. No one in fun. I think it'll be very hard to lose that sort of bad. But it is what it is for him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You here for the evening session?
No.
Well, enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
I'm here outside the Brentwood Centre with
Harry.
Harry. I'm Dan.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
What do you think of the first session
Yeah,
so
it's been
far?
really good actually. It's been good quality snooker from Neil. Neil's been doing really well. He's been making a few mistakes the other guy, and he's been struggling a little bit. It just seems like the pressure's getting to him just a touch. But his potting ability is really good, so hopefully he can enjoy the second session a little bit better. But I can't see him beating Neil in the form that he's currently in, really.
7-1 is tough to come back from.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think you made a good point there. His long putting is good.
Yeah,
but
it's been
he's
really
missing
fun.
the easy ones.
Yeah, he's missing the really simple pots that he needs to be punishing Neil for a couple of the mistakes that he's made, but he just hasn't been able to capitalise on those few mistakes that he's made. But yeah, he's young and it's going to happen, but yeah, I can't see Neil losing it from this point.
What do you think is going to be the final score?
I hope he can get another 2 frames on the board. I'd like to see it. Yeah, I'd like to see him get another 2 and this sort of thing. But I'd hope he just comes out and just tries to pot everything and then makes a couple of good breaks. And yeah, probably 9-3 in the end.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't deserve to get battered.
No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't.
Shame.
But I hope he gets a few more on the board. That'd be nice to see.
And the venue? What do you think of the venue?
Yeah, it's okay. It's quite a warm place. It's not too bad. It's nice. Everyone seems to get a good view of the table, and it's a nice area, like sort of thing. It's a good location, so you can't really go too wrong with it. No,
Are you here for tonight?
Yes, yeah. I'll be here watching the even session.
You want to watch 2 more frames?
Yeah, exactly. Probably.
Way it's going. Yeah. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm Dan.
Hi, I'm Verity.
Verity, what do you think of the match so far?
It's been very one-sided, and I do feel very sorry for Wu. He hasn't played to his capabilities, and he hasn't shown form today, which is such a shame because he's such a good player. And I think must be one of the ones in a minority because I'm supporting Wu all the way, always the underdog. But Neil's got it in the bag.
Yeah, I think the irony is that he's doing the hard stuff well. He's not doing the easy stuff.
Yeah.
It could be 6-3. Oh, sorry, 6-2. Could be 5-3.
Well, I think we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I think it's a one-sided match today.
Afraid so. What do you think of the venue?
Yeah,
General?
venue's great. Wonderful party.
Yeah. And you're here for this evening?
Yeah.
Blue wristband, I see you. Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for your opinions. Just about to head back into the arena. It's about 30 minutes away from break-off in the evening session. It's not been a closed match so far in terms of scoring. 7-1. Obviously, it's a massive hill to climb for Weezer from here. It could easily be 5-3. It could even be 4-4. I suppose, as a few people have mentioned, the irony is that the one frame Weezer did win is one he definitely should have lost. But yeah, speaking to people in and around the arena, the excitement isn't there anymore. Actually, it's a bit more subdued. I think people were hoping for a cracking final with a young prodigy and a legend in Neil Robertson. We were hoping for a battle of generations, but experience has won at a canter tonight. Neil has been ruthless. I hope I see a few more frames this evening. It would be a shame for this to end 9-1. I know it would look good for Neil Robertson's scorelines 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 9-1, but in terms of what this could do to Wu Yize, this could be a really, really demoralizing defeat. I saw him outside the arena. I had a very brief word with him. Yeah, he wasn't in much of a chatting mood, as we can understand. 7-1 down at the end of the first session. All I could say was good luck, really. Let's just hope he can make it a respectable scoreline if he does indeed go on to lose. Walking away from the Brentwood Centre, it is 10:40 p.m. I was expecting to be out by 8, so we've got another few hours of snooker, and my God, what a few hours they were. Wu Yize, he may have lost, but in many ways he was a winner. What a performance. Everyone I've spoken to walking out of the arena, everyone is talking about Wu Yize. To be honest, Neil is kind of the understory. He's not the main attraction tonight. Wu Yize has really, really earned a lot of fans here tonight. I saw him very briefly earlier. Obviously, he wasn't in a very chatty mood, but my God, what a turnaround. What a turnaround. 9-7. And yeah, I tweeted about it. To quote Sir Alex Ferguson, Squeaky bum time. At 8-7, wow, it was anyone's game. I'm a little bit speechless, to be honest. Yeah, lovely scenes with Neil and his loved ones, and I'm really, really impressed with the way Neil spoke. He was mature. Obviously, he's mature, he's very experienced, but I thought he spoke really graciously, and he gave a lot of credit to those who have supported him. And yeah, really, really nice scenes with his family. I was actually sat with his sons yesterday. Really, really nice lad. So not only is he a really nice bloke and a great snooker player, it would seem that he's a wonderful dad as well. Yeah, both men deserve immense credit for that. What a performance from both of them. What a final. What an experience. Everyone, as I said, everyone was talking about Wu Yize, but everyone was talking about how amazing it was to see that kind of comeback live in the flesh, in person. It was a great experience. And you could hear every time there was a miss here or there, it was just the oohs were a little bit louder, and people were, there was a lot of tension. It wasn't in the bag. Yeah, what a final that was. You know what? It was a really, really good weekend of snooker. I'm really glad I went. Overall, the Brentwood Centre, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The seats are a little tightly packed, I've got to say. They are comfortable, but a touch wider and a touch more legroom would have been ideal. I mean, I'm not a giant. I'm 6'1", and I had to man spread a bit so as not to either bump the people sitting in front of me or not to go down with leg cramp myself and start screaming halfway through a session because of leg cramp. That would be, one, embarrassing, and two, it would just, yeah, no one wants to see that. In terms of location, the Brentwood Centre, it's about 30 minutes walk away from Brentwood Town Centre, so it's not close, but it's doable. But for some people, no, it's not doable. They need to get a taxi. I think there is a bus, I believe. But yeah, it's not ideal in terms of location. I know a lot of people I spoke to said that they don't mind that, but if they're driving, then yeah, it's okay. But if you're not driving, then yeah, I can imagine it is a bit more difficult. And I found it a bit of a drag. For example, on the Sunday night after the final, I got an Uber. I just couldn't be bothered to walk back again. I got to actually, before I forget, in Brentwood on the Friday night, just before, well, after I arrived on the Friday, I got fish and chips in the fish house, and it was delicious. I'm not getting paid for this, by the way, but it's among the best fish and chips I've had in years. Really, really good. The cod was perfectly cooked. It was flaky, and it was really good. And the chips were real chips. Perfect texture, freshly cooked. It was top-notch grub. Yeah, I highly, highly recommend it. Again, before I forget, the seating. Another thing on the seating. On the Sunday, I was supposed to sit in Block A, but my seat did not exist. Seriously. Anyway, I spoke to someone and told them my seat doesn't exist, and I ended up sitting in one of the promoter sections, actually, which I'm going to say, not that comfortable. Really, really not that comfortable. But for someone's seat to not exist, that's a pretty glaring oversight on someone's part. But you know what? In the end, no harm done. I got to see the match from all three different sections, and I got to see different vantage points. Yeah, it was no harm done. If anything, it turned out to be a positive. Rob Walker, he did a great job of getting people excited for the upcoming session. I've got to say, his David Brent type dancing, it's awful dancing, and he'll admit that himself, but it is endearing. He made the event feel like a community event, and you know, it's a nice feeling. So well done to Rob Walker. But the final word has to go to Neil Robertson. Congratulations to the Thunder, a 24th ranking title for him. He is back. And Neil, he won that final because he delivered in the key moments. It was effective match play snooker. He got the job done. He was measured in his approach. I lost count of how many times he played the containing safety shot. And I've got to say, I'm not a fan of that term. I think it hides the negative intention behind the shot. I prefer the term dump safety shot. But on the other hand, he knocked in a couple of centuries, and he scored heavily when he had the chance, including that brilliant 138. That was a really, really good break. Overall, yeah, he deserved the win, and I'm really happy for him. Really happy for him. We say it almost every year, but if he plays like that, Neil could be a threat for the biggest titles in snooker. And could he win a second world championship 15 years after his first? It's possible, but you know what? He's won a tournament. Are we getting carried away? Maybe, but where's the harm in getting carried away? Excitement is a good thing. If he does end up winning the world championship again, I've got to say it would be a massively popular win among snooker fans. I know that for sure. That is it for this week. Thank you for listening. It's a different format for this episode, but I wanted to share some opinions of fans at the English Open. Over the coming weeks, there'll be a host of guests on the Snooker Hall podcast representing various parts of the snooker community. In a week or two, WPBSA qualified snooker coach Colin Matty will join me to talk about his coaching career, his experiences in snooker. Maybe he'll even share a tip or two for us mere mortals who can barely pot three balls together. In October, snooker writer and creator of Snooker Chat, Nigel Slater, will join me to discuss a host of snooker issues. Also, another WPBSA qualified coach, Finn Ruan, the director of the Cross Guns Snooker Club in Dublin, he will join me to talk about the Northern Ireland Open and the state of snooker across Ireland. And soon, not wanting to ignore the playing side of snooker, Elliot Slessor, one of my favourite players to watch and a member of my WST Fantasy 5, will also join me on the Snooker Hall podcast. Next week, I'll be back to review the British Open with snooker superfan Rob Francis. Keep an eye out for that. Rob certainly loves his snooker. That will be a lot of fun. The tournament is already underway, and this open draw should provide some unpredictability, and let's hope we are treated to some brilliant, brilliant snooker. If you could take a quick moment to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, 5 stars, it would really help more snooker fans find this show. As I said, the Snooker Hall podcast returns next week with a recap, British Open. I hope you all enjoy the tournament, but until then, take care.